You said Bob denied the voice record, that it wasn't him that did the voice record. Now, let me make something clear. After the voice record, Bobrisky said on that voice record that he was never in the prison, that he was in an apartment, which 2 officers from the prison has confirmed that Bob was never in a male or a female cell, that they gave him a special cell. That same speech was inside that voice record, that your name and your dad's name was mentioned. What are you defending, bro? What are you defending? Nigerians accuse him of being an oppressor to very dark man. First, the bad guy, Nigeria did not call you an oppressor. They only said that you are supposed to channel this lawsuit issue to Bob, not very dark man. And you said, when very dark man posted that voice record, you called Bob to confirm, and Bob denied the voice record. You, as a lawyer who know the law and have wisdom, what you are supposed to do, you are not supposed to investigate that voice record. If that voice record that was played, that was posted by very dark man, was legit, you are not supposed to verify, investigate. Then if the voice record was not true, that is when you will not bring lawsuit to very dark man for posting F information about the family of Fanano. But what you did, after you call Bob, you don't expect Bob to just accept the voice note like that. You know what it involves. You don't expect Bobrisky just to accept like that. You understand? Where you take F, you're supposed to investigate. Then if Bob was saying the truth, and you come out and clear the air, say, very dark man posted a F voice note. This is the AI generated. You showed Nigerians where they generate them, the proof of being a fake AI. That time when you bring lawsuit to very dark man, Nigerians will not see the reason to be by your side. Even me too, I go blame very dark man for posting a video that is not legit, for posting a video that is not even, that he did not confirm before posting it. But because you are a lawyer and you think you know the law, sometimes we they mess up. We think we know the law, you just went straight to knock him a lawsuit. Now where you take F, be that. You understand? If you have investigated the matter, if Bob was saying the truth, you go know. If very dark man was saying the truth, you go know. Now what are we arguing? You said Bob denied the voice record, that it wasn't him that did the voice record. Now let me make something clear. After the voice record, Bobrisky said on that voice record that he was never in the prison, that he was in an apartment, which 2 officers from the prison has confirmed that Bob was never in a male or a female cell, that they gave him a special cell. That same speech was inside that voice record, that your name and your dad's name was mentioned. What are you defending, bro? What are you defending? Why are you just trying to throw your hand all over the social media space? Eh? Why? I have told you before, this case is not a case. Forget about this matter. Come online and clear the air that you are forgiving very dark man. Because the more you are dragging this guy, the more you are going to interview, the more people will be rubbishing you on this floor. You up on this floor. And you don't want to apply wisdom to this case. There is no way somebody who's already there, you can't bring it down anymore. You don't understand? You can't bring it down. What are we arguing? This same Bobrisky said he was never in the prison in that same record, which your dad and your name was mentioned. He was never in the prison, that he was given an apartment, which 2 officers has already confirmed that they never put Bobrisky in a male or a female cell, that he was given a special cell because of his sex, this thing. First, the bad guy, I just pity the way you take the behave for this social media space.
If you listen to Fa, you see the way Fa analyze stuff and is completely drifting away from the truth. Honestly, you said VDM defame you. Anyway, before we even talk about that, let me let's read out what defamation is. Let's define defamation. Defamation is any false information that harms the reputation of a person, business, or organization. Defamation includes both libel and slander. Yes. If you listen to the video that VDM made when he was releasing that audio, VDM only made a statement that if it is that what he is hearing in this audio is true, then it means the Falanas has lost his respect. Yeah. And any other person that is involved in that audio will lose his respect from him, VDM. That's what he said. So where is the defamatory statement that Falz said VDM made? And if you listen to him speak also, you discover that he was more focused on VDM as a person more than the information that VDM released on that audio. That interview was supposed to be about the content of that audio. But as smart as he is, he decided to drift away from the entire thing. Started talking about how he has not been seeing the activism work of VDM, but for the time VDM was talking about NAFDAC numbers and all that. And all this while that VDM have been asking people to give money. Like for real, when you hear VDM say celebrities, most celebrities in Nigeria have a problem with him, they don't like him, it is because VDM has come to stop a lot of things that they were doing. Yeah. If Falz is to remember only the NAFDAC number situation, it means the other things that VDM have done, Falz doesn't recognize. And ask yourself, what other things VDM has done? VDM has basically been speaking for people who cannot speak, asking for people to get back money from people who refuse to offer services after they've been paid. That is why he doesn't count this one like activism, because it's like celebrity, all of them are in a chain. So when VDM come up and ask people like Ashmushi to pay back money, basically for Falz, this is not the right thing to do, because Falz, they should just allow these people take the monies of others and don't deliver products. It's funny. It's funny that you are listening to Falz. A young man like Falz is supposed to be the light. And I hear that Falz is also an activist. For me, Falz has not done anything. Yeah. Falz has not done anything. And yet to do. You cannot say that you're not seeing the works of video. You cannot say that you're not seeing the works of video. Talking about that. Go back to his content when he was talking about to talk about the audio, but was unable to sideline the real core of that audio. Because I know basically he didn't want to implicate himself. That's why he did not talk about the AFCC, the penitentiary, and the entire thing that is happening in that audio. Don't you think that as a social activist also, Falz is supposed to be discussing about this audio and what transpired in that audio? Yeah. So why was Falz trying to drift away from the truth?
I saw Falz in a podcast for the first time reacting to the Bobrisky Falana case. First and foremost, Falz, I'm ashamed of you. I am ashamed of you that you seem not to be able to stand alone. You are like a crybaby getting support because his father exists, or because his father is a son, or because his father is a person of repute in this country. In that podcast that I listened to, every single statement was accompanied with the mentioning of your father. Me and my father, me and my father, me and my father. Can't you stand alone? If I were you or my son, why are you robbed? Look, pride. It's very good to have pride. But there are two types of prides I don't like. Pride inside poverty and pride inside shame. What you are displaying now is pride inside shame. Yes, the shame has been brought to you, because when you are doing this thing, the likes of us, common men, would not have known this was the kind of things you are engaged. These are the type of friends you keep. So inside this shame, you want to tell Nigerians that you still have your pride. So either way this situation goes, either way, it's a lose-lose situation for you and your almighty dad. It's a lose-lose situation. There's no aspect to this scandal that you come out top. There's no aspect to it. I pass here, no way. I pass here, no way. I pass here, no way. You are surrounded by locked arms or locked hands, and everybody is watching which way you are going to try or attempt to break free. There's no way out for you here. That's just the truth. And I told you from beginning, if you had kept that silence right from beginning, this thing would have faded away naturally, like every other momentous cases that have greeted the social media space or the gossiping eyes of Nigeria. This thing would have, but you guys kept renewing, thinking that you have money or you have connection, and then you said there's a criminal angle to this thing. All I need to do is prove that that audio is real, and that's all. So what Falz you are doing, of course, even the podcast, I can clearly see that it was an arranged podcast. It was a carefully scripted podcast as to what you will say and what question we ask. Please come to my own podcast. Let me ask you the questions. My name is Magnus Oraka. If you are indeed innocent as you claim you are, as you claim to be, come to my own podcast. Let me ask you the unbiased questions that I need you to answer. My questions will be: one, VDM got an audio and posted. Whether he was wrong in doing that or he was right in doing that, for me, that is secondary. The important question is this: do you have a relationship with Bobrisky? Yes or no? Do you have a relationship with Bobrisky? What type of relationship do you have with Bobrisky? Is the relationship sexual in nature? Or have you ever had any sexual experience with Bobrisky? How did Bobrisky get to have your phone number to the extent of almost also communicating with your dad? If today a sexual tape leaks out and you are in that video with Bobrisky having, you know, what will be your reaction? Will it be, that is not me, or will you go bowing your head in shame? These are the questions I will ask you. Hot, undiluted questions. Why are you angry with VDM when all he did was play a tape and respond to the insinuation that will naturally come to everybody who listens to the audio? So on that podcast, you are not being asked the right questions. You were asked questions that you guys had prepared before the podcast. Come to my own, make I ask you water question, black and blue questions. If you pass that question, this matter, I will tell VDM to shut up and never talk about this thing again. Do you think, in your opinion, that the audio VDM release is fake? when you spoke on phone with Bobrisky in the prison as a lawyer, you know it is illegal for a convicted inmate to be calling you from his cell on phone. You as a lawyer should have understood. Why did you not withdraw yourself from the situation as at when it was playing? Why did you not release yourself? These are pertinent questions I would have thrown at you. So don't go to an RNG podcast. Come to me. Let me blast you with questions. And if you scale through, you are free for good. You are free for good. That podcast to me was an attempt to save face. It's just an attempt to save face. And as much as I think you are trying to do that, the more you are refreshing Nigerians to believe that yes, there is something. We may not have a finger to it now, but there is indeed something. That is indeed something. So, the country is bad. Very, very bad. That VDM insinuated that you claim to be an activist. They asked you what type of activist is that VDM called you on phone and was defensive and was apprehensive. I don't think Very Dark Man will call you on phone and be acting in the manner you described in that podcast. That's not true. That is absolutely not true. Because VDM told us that Sheun Kuti implored him to call you. And you people started from text messaging until you call. And VDM said in that phone call, he suspected you were trying to record him to gather evidence or whatever, so he disconnected the call. This matter would have been forgotten easily, but for some reason, the only people that are perpetuating these thoughts and memory of this case is Falana and his son. And I feel pity for you that I thought your father is the one infusing himself into this case, which I think is inappropriate for a man of his caliber and a father of his age to be infusing himself on social media gossip. The only person disgracing the Falana is you and your father. You seem not to be trying to leave your father out of it. If your father is talking, he brings his son in. If the son is talking, he brings his father in. So give or take, both of you are the ones disgracing the Falana, not VDM. Not even the audio tape. Not even Bobrisky. Bobrisky is Bobrisky. VDM is VDM. Now the whole 200 plus Nigerians, they now know who Falana is. They now know who Falz is. They now know who Bobrisky is. They now know who VDM is. And they now know that there's a possibility, there's a likelihood that you guys are trying to cover a suspicion that possibly you are engaged in Gabrielic movement. You understand me? That is what it looks like. So, for me, whatever you are doing, if you want to go into a podcast, pick an anchor that will play the devil's advocate. Pick an anchor that will give you hard questions. If you are innocent, you won't be afraid to pick anchors that are hard. Join me on my live stream. Let me ask you questions. I am sure if you pass it, the whole world will know that you are innocent. Even if you don't have a relationship with Bobrisky, I will ask you another question. What sexual identity should I attribute to you? Are you straight? Are you queer? Are you L? Are you G? Are you B? Are you T? Are you Q? Because these things that you guys are trying to cover in this country will not work.